Hey there everyone, and welcome back to another video where we're talking stocks, and today we're talking my trades so far in 2020. Now before I get going, make sure you hit subscribe and the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this. Drop me a comment if you have any question. So the question I do get most often is what stocks I'm buying or which ones I'm planning on buying. So today I thought I would go over every single trade I've done so far in 2020, which stocks I bought, and what price I bought them at, and how many shares. Now, of course, it's been a crazy year so far. It started off well, but then this situation rolled around, and I've never been busier buying stocks and picking up shares. So without further ado, here we go. And keep in mind that most of these trades were done in February, March and April this year, so during the crash. I did some buying early January, but most of the buying was done when the market was crashing. So the company I focused on first and foremost was one of my recent additions, Microsoft. Watching the company for a while, this was the perfect time to start buying. So with the price at $178 right now, I picked up 7 shares at 163, 6 shares at 167, 6 shares at 170, 6 shares at 171, and then finally 6 shares at 182. This came out to 31 shares, dollar cost average of 170 and around $5,250. So next up is going to be one of my other recent additions, NextEra Energy. Same for this company, watching for a while, perfect time to buy. The price is currently at $246, and I picked up 4 shares at $222 and 4 shares at $244. Total of 8 shares, dollar cost average of $223, and a total of $1,864. Next up, a company I've had for quite a while, Waste Management. Price is at 100. I picked up 9 shares at 108 and then 19 shares at 123. Total of 28 shares, dollar cost average of 110, about $3,309. Well, exactly. Next up, the Trade Desk, another new addition, got beaten down really hard in this crash. Price is currently at 228. I picked up 4 shares at 199, 2 shares at 275, 5 shares at 277, and then 4 shares at 282. Total of 15 shares, average of 257, total of $3,859. So a lot of buying in the Trade Desk. Next up is the one and only Tesla. Price is currently at 735, and I picked up 2 shares at 776 and 2 shares at 805, a total of 4 shares, dollar cost average of $790, total of $3,162. Next up is Amazon. Price is at $2,375. I picked up 1 share at $210, so that's the total there. I think I have about 7 Amazon shares or so right now. MongoDB is next up, current price at $154. I bought 6 shares at $112 and 6 shares at $169. Total of 12 shares, dollar cost average of $140. Total of $1,686. Next up is Alibaba, currently sitting at $209. I only picked up 5 shares at $205. It's already a pretty large holding for me. So that's 5 shares, a total of $1,025. Last up is Activision Blizzard, currently sitting at $67. I only picked up 13 shares at $59, so a total of 13 shares and a total of $767. So as you can see, besides some regular buying early January, I really started my buying when the market started crashing in late February, and I only increased my buying as the market started falling even harder. Now I was catching a falling sword for a while there, but I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I made quite a lot of money so far in 2020, and I picked up some great companies at some great prices. Now, I don't have an endless pile of cash, so for the rest of the year I plan on just regularly buying small amounts of stocks every month or whenever I have cash left over. I think prices are still attractive. There are some of these companies that haven't recovered that well yet, but then there are companies like Tesla or Amazon, Microsoft, which have just skyrocketed up after the crash. But there might be more bad news, so let's see what happens. And remember, a downturn like this is a great time to buy great companies at great prices. And I understand that some of you might feel bad about investing and you feel like you're making money on other people's misfortune, but you were not the reason for this crash. You are not partaking in it, and you're not making it worse. You're simply investing money into the economy, which is not bad for anyone. In fact, it's the best thing to do for you and others. So, when people say the best time to buy is when there's blood on the streets, they don't mean people's blood, they mean investors' blood. I mean, who cares if billionaire investors loses some money? You can just pick up their shares at great prices. So be greedy when others are fearful, and vice versa. Let me know what stocks you've been buying. I'm very curious to see what you're going to come up with in the comments section. Maybe I can get some suggestions there. But yeah, these were my trades for 2020. I'll keep you updated if something happens. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video.